Hey guys, welcome back. It's Melody. The new year has already started. We are well on our way towards our goals because it's 2018, but maybe the midwinter blues has hit you or you have a stop in your goals progress. That's okay, we're just gonna recharge and get right back on it. Today is the day to clear your mind and focus on the soul and less on the productivity, which is very hard, which is why people usually practice meditation or yoga or they go to church once a week, because it's so easy to get distracted from what we truly want or what is truly important and go after all of the mundane things. That doesn't feed the soul. So today we're going to focus on relaxation and recharging to elevate mood. So the very first thing that I do is when I wake up, I will go on social media on the weekends. And I do this because I do it very carefully. The way that I go on social media is I use it to connect with people because it's social. So being social, talking to people, liking their stuff, commenting on their things, that's all a part of it. That's a part of being social, is participating. But I go onto my Instagram, for instance, and I'll go to my favorites, all the pictures that I saved, and I will just go through those pictures of plants. Because let me just say, wintertime, it's hard to get new plants because all the luscious plants have not hit lows yet. So as soon as the spring rolls around, I'm gonna get my herb garden started and I'm gonna get 3 more plants for the house. But for now, all I have is my dreams. I will go on there and look at these luscious plants. Oh my goodness, tropical plants. Now, I have some recommendations if you want to start your indoor plants, which I highly recommend because it adds vitality and adds the outdoors inside, which is very, very therapeutic. Wood and plants are very therapeutic. Now it takes some upkeep because wood is not as easy to clean, for instance, as glass, but it is so worth it because it's so relaxing. It's like you're outside, but you're inside. But I have some tips. The darker green they are, the easier they are to take care of. Lighter green plants are very testy. So darker green plants, you can't go wrong. If you're just starting out, get something that's dark green. Also, get something with big leaves because the smaller leaves are so much upkeep. I had a plant very similar to the Boston Fern in Norway, and my gosh, it was shedding everywhere. So you want a plant that is very easy to upkeep because that's a part of minimalism. Ferns and stuff go outside because they can shed all they want outdoors. Inside of the house, I love my pothos plant and I love my marimo, of course. Right after I'm done browsing those plants, I will usually tend to my plants. But before that, if I'm having a really down day, I will go to my playlist on YouTube that is called Funny. And it has all my favorite funny videos and I'll watch a couple of them. I really recommend making a playlist of funny videos and then going and making a playlist of really relaxing music. Barry White, you know, the most relaxing music you can find, because this is great for all kinds of things, which we'll get into in a second. But I will watch a few funny videos, which I'll link my 2 favorites down below. Those 2 videos always make my day.
My hand firmly on top of the bagel. I place it in the center. Oh, you're speaking to me. Oh, no, but look how thin to me the blossoms, Zoe. You're doing such a bad job. When you see this, you're going to be really upset. Oh. It's okay, I'll have this one. And you were the one being like... I'll have this one. Compare these.
And then after that, I will go and tend to my plants because there's nothing more enjoyable than watering all my plants and pruning them and making sure that they look nice and luscious. A pothos plant will have about 2 dead leaves every other week in the wintertime, which is a lot. In the summertime, it rarely has dead leaves, but that's because it's getting a lot less sunlight. So that's no big deal. Just prune it back and then your plant is looking luscious again. But tending to my plants is probably my favorite thing of all time because it's like you're with the outdoors. And you know, you can go outside and go on a car drive like I often do, or go on a walk, a rollerblade. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to focus on indoors for now. We'll do an outdoors video soon, but I'm focusing on the indoors right now because I want it to be accessible to everyone. A lot of times when you're feeling gloomy, you don't want to be going outside too much. So I will wear really comfortable clothes, never wear any jewelry on the day that I am staying at home. I'll just wear very minimal and comfortable clothes. I will usually go ahead and do one chore, and that's only because I like doing that. I don't want things all out of place, so I'll go ahead and put things in place, but I'm not scrubbing anything. So right now everything's in place. I'm just going to go ahead and vacuum because I haven't vacuumed in a while. I'll get that knocked out of the way, and then I'll move on to sitting in front of the window, getting some sunshine and taking some vitamin D. Vitamin D is really important in the winter time, and then I'll go ahead and eat something. So usually I will have an avocado, just plain, something really simple, or I'll have a tangerine because tangerines are so ripe and they are basically the happy fruit. Vitamin C, anything that's bright like oranges, lemons, these are happy fruit. So I'll go ahead and grab a tangerine, and when you're peeling it, it's so pleasant to just peel the skin of a tangerine. It brings me back to my childhood. My grandma had a tangerine tree and we used to climb it, but peeling it and getting the oils of the orange on your skin. Really pay attention as you're going through life and don't rush, because part of what gets us down is we're not paying attention to our health and we're not paying attention to all the things that we could be grateful for. So even if we had the best life, we wouldn't be happy with it because we're not paying attention to any one activity or person or possession. We're just bouncing through too fast. So definitely take your time. Happiness is taking your time and being very relaxed. After that, I will move on to going ahead and writing down my thoughts. If you're angry, write that down. The reason why I do that is because I want to know a pattern. I want to know what makes me angry. I'm looking for answers. Write it all down and get it all out once and for all. But we're going to put aside the to-do list, we're going to put aside the dreams, and we're going to put aside social media, and we are just going to take care of ourselves right now. So after all of that is done, we can move into meditation or prayer, or you can also do yoga. Anything that is relaxing and that centers yourself. So I'll light a bunch of candles and I will relax. And usually when I'm doing this, I want some hot water. You can also have tea, but I make myself something hot. And when I go into the tub, I make myself something ice cold because I want to relax. So I made myself a hot drink, which is water, and I'll just have that and relax and center myself. And if you get distracted or you start falling asleep like I do, then go ahead and listen to something that will guide you through your meditation, because sometimes my mind is very black and white. So it is very hard for me to just sit there. It is very hard for me to just sit there because then I'll start thinking, what is the purpose of this? I wonder if this is a placebo effect. And then all of a sudden everything is ruined. So if you want to just relax, sometimes it's better just to have a singing bowl. Some people use a singing bowl, and to just have your candles and music going. You can have music. And then the very next thing is I take my ice water that I just made, and I will take all my candles and haul them into the bath and pour myself a luxurious salt bath and just relax. And this is why the relaxation YouTube playlist will really help here, because you can listen to your relaxing playlist and just relax in the tub. And after I'm done relaxing in the tub, I will lay out my softest blanket, and you can't underestimate a soft blanket and soft clothes. It really makes a big difference. I'll grab my softest blanket and I'll watch a movie on the floor, usually a comedy like Penguins of Madagascar, which is my favorite, and also Shop Around the Corner. Sometimes I'll watch that instead, which is a very funny adult comedy, which was made in 1940s, but Jimmy Stewart, Cary Grant, if you like those types of movies, this will be perfect for you. It set the bar really high, so none of the comedies can ever live up to that movie made in the 1940s. It's so well written, the jokes are hilarious, and it has really good character development. But generally speaking, if I'm feeling very stressed, I watch movies like Tangled or Shrek or Megamind or my favorite, Penguins of Madagascar, and I do that because in cartoons, they oversimplify things. They oversimplify adult real-life problems that everybody faces, but they oversimplify everything, which is really great, because when you're stressed, sometimes you're getting caught up on all the little details of things which you're not seeing a solution. And the cartoons kind of help you to relax, to make it, you realize it's not that complicated. We kind of just make it that way. And they do touch on many adult themes, and many themes, they just make them really over obvious because everything's oversimplified, which helps to really clarify things, of things that you enjoy and of things that you want to be. There are certain cartoons that you like probably, and it's probably going to be the characters that resemble you. So those characters are good to watch because they usually work out their solution in some constructive way. And so it's showing you simple answers. So for instance, those penguins, they were working it out through being a team player. Participating for me is very important. And so pay attention to the cartoons that you're drawn to, because usually the character either resembles you physically or their personality resembles you, and so their solutions may be very similar in some ways to your solutions. Of course, they oversimplify things. They oversimplify human nature, and they especially oversimplify relationships. But regardless, there's still things that you can relax, laugh about, and learn. And then the last thing that I do is I just go ahead and relax in bed with my cat, and sometimes I'll read, but usually reading isn't a relaxing activity for me. Painting is a lot more relaxing, so sometimes I'll paint. But usually if the day is gloomy, I don't want to do any of that. I just want to lay in bed with my cat and rest easy. So I hope that this video helped you. You can take a couple of your favorites and just do that, and it will still make your day really good. So just take a couple tips and then add a few more later. And I'll have everything listed in the down bar as usual. I already filmed a Thursday video, so I'll see you guys next Thursday because I have a KonMari video for you guys, which I'm really excited about. So I will see you guys next Thursday in the next minimalist and organization video. Thank you guys so much for watching.